Am I bad for backing out of an unofficial lease agreement? Yesterday, I was in the process of renting a room. The original tenant, let's call her A, was asking price, so I was ready to sign with her. Later, I found out her roommate B was offering a room in the same place for cheaper, so I decided to go B instead. I apologize to A for switching. Here's the thing. The apartment doesn't allow subletting, and B is not officially on the lease.
There's a lot of A's and B's going on here.
I knew this, but was willing to take the risk. So since this arrangement was unofficial, I asked B to send me some verification documents, password, drafted a lease agreement between us. I also sent her my ID and the other information. This was all meant to make sure I wasn't being scammed. I don't have an experience of asking what is needed to sign a sublet, so I asked ChatGPT and gave me a list that I requested. By 8 p.m., I had second thoughts. I told B I needed some time to think about that, and she could talk to other potential tenants, and since I hadn't paid the deposit yet. The next morning at 9, B canceled the agreement. I thanked her for her time. B said I was impolite and blocked me. Oh, okay. I tried to send her an apology, but it seemed I was blocked. B texted me as follows: your behavior is extremely impolite, lacking in manners. Initially, when I asked my friend, she said that you had already decided to rent it. Then, because of the low price, you came back to ask me again. You could have said from the start that you were unsure and needed time to consider it, rather than asking a barrage of questions. Even after signing a lease and claiming you were unsure, I had to turn down several potential tenants due to your actions. I hope you understand what mutual respect entails. Impulsive and lacking in manners. I also blocked her on social media. I was worried she might post about me. She did indeed post about me, saying, beware of weird short-term rental tenants and blank. Be based on her name and location. Wow, she got doxed on that. She first wanted to rent for my friend, then saw mine was cheaper, came to ask me instead. We clarified the price, exchanged passport, school document, did a video verification. She even asked me to draft a private lease. Everything was negotiated reasonably, and she signed first. I was in class and took about an hour to sign. Because of that, I postponed other potential tenants. But then she went completely missing. When I asked about the deposit, she said she wasn't sure and told me I could rent to someone else. The key point. My friend said that she had also asked this person for a full set of documents and video call. Beginning of this behavior shows no sense of contractual responsibility or a new type of testing, or is a new type of testing scam. Anyone renting short term, if you encounter someone who keeps flip-flopping, be very careful. I also asked AI to translate the post. In the comment section, B also comments she changed her username to anyone avoid her, as you can DM me. Did she actually put her name out?
I don't know.
Because she would have had like her information.
Yeah.
I also asked AI to best translate the comment. I realized my hesitation probably frustrated her. However, I feel upset because she called me a scammer publicly, even though I was upfront, FaceTimed her, shared my information. I know I might have wasted her time and seemed indecisive, but I don't think that makes me a scammer. Am I bad for backing out after making her go through those process? FaceTime, send info on official lease docs. Only valid between us. Should I post explaining the whole situation, knowing it's my fault for wasting her time? But I know it's my fault for wasting her time, but I do not have any bad intention.
There's a lot going on here.
All right, you swing first, and I'll fill in the gaps.
Okay, I think the difficult thing with this one is trying to parse out like what's got who and who's got what. So
who's got what?
It seems to me you got the information from her to verify the officiality of the apartment.
Of the unofficial lease that you signed.
Of the unofficial lease they signed. See, that's the thing that's throwing me for a loop. If it
unofficially
official. Why did you sign an unofficial? What's the point of signing an unofficial lease if it's not official?
I don't know. You can't take it. Can you take something like that to court? I know, like, you can take napkin deals to court.
Yeah,
but like
if they had documentation and you signed it,
yeah,
how is that not official?
Because they can't lease it. That's like if I rented you this room, you can't rent it out to somebody else. That's essentially what's happening here.
So is that
I think
B didn't have the right to rent it out, but the person who was renting it out to B could have rented it out to the person.
Legally, no, because the lease is still in B's name. So if I'm reading this right, we have 2 rooms. A and B are in both rooms. They are tenants in those rooms.
Yes.
But they are saying, hey, for a price, you can live in my room. I like won't be there, you can live there. So legally they're not allowed to do that, because it should all go straight to the tenant and then the landlord, not tenant. Because then you have 40 people walking in and out maybe.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's like unofficial, because you legally cannot do that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
There's no way.
So they're already doing something shady.
So there's no way for B to actually give, like, I can't rent you this room that I'm renting and actually put it in your name without the landlord.
So this is unofficial because it's technically illegal.
It's just illegal. It's wrong. So we're already in sin. Like we're not on top by any means. You're already doing shady stuff per se, and now you're doing shady stuff bad.
My decision has been made.
All right.
Everyone in this situation is bad.
Yeah, there are no winners. It's just like who's the worst, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so obviously A and B are in the wrong for trying to lease something they're not allowed to lease. Yeah. You're in the wrong for knowing this and still wanting to move forward.
And doing all these steps too of like, I need your passport, lease, video call, and then like, I don't know. I mean, I don't use my passport often, but when I think of giving someone my passport, to me that's like the same level as like my social security number. I do not just hand that out and be like, well, hang on, let me think about that then.
Why would you do that anyway?
That's so weird.
Why would you do? I don't understand why you're passing this much information unless you know it's the actual person who owns the property.
I think that's the sketchy part where it's like, I would verify you're real.
Okay, as someone,
I give you my passport, you give me your passport.
Yeah, so like, as someone who has a tenant at a property,
it's still so sketch.
Yes, I verified with them I verified with them identity stuff, and I verified income to make sure that, you know, and then before we allowed them in our rental. But why would you ask for their identification information, especially if this is something illegally going on? It just seems very weird that like this amount of information, and we didn't even.
It's super.
And I didn't ask for a passport and all that stuff. I just asked for like license, and I was like, all I needed was like a license and proof of income.
Exist here.
But otherwise, like that's just like a lot of information, especially for something illegal. And I don't understand why the tenant or the person who's bringing in the people is giving that much information away.
Yeah. So in this case, it is your tenant trying to find other tenants.
So yeah, there's just so much wrong. A and B are in the wrong. You're in the wrong. No one's
wrong.
A winner.
You're trying to walk out of the stickiest mud, hoping you don't look dirty.
And
like,
I mean,
you're just in the wrong.
And I think B is, if this is illegal, also B posting that on social media is just being dumb. I mean, they shouldn't
have a throwaway account.
They shouldn't dox you. Obviously, that was not right. But also, what?
Short-term related rental tenants.
Yeah, she shouldn't have doxed you.
But do you think this is the beware of weird short-term rentals? I think she's trying to make sure that she can't get a rental anywhere now. Yeah. So that she was doing it underground where it should have just been cash. I have a gun. Don't enter the room. Like this is now my room for 30 days. Like that's all it should have been. It's like, all right, peace out.
This is why.
Tap and walk away.
I think everyone's in the wrong.
Now it's like this is a whole legal thing. I gave you all my information. Now she's like, hey, by the way, now the person like B, I guess, has like just gone abroad and been like, hey, public service announcement. This lady's crazy.
I don't think what you did is like. I could understand why someone would feel like they got scammed with what you did. What you did is not good. You did not do the right thing.
What do you think about the last thing? Because this is probably what OP is really going to care about. I know it's my fault for wasting their time. I legit would feel bad. Even if I was doing something wrong, I have enough heart to know like we're all kind of like humans on a limited time on this earth. And it's like, I wouldn't want to waste someone's time, but to also clarify, but I do not have any bad intention.
You wasted the person's time. I mean, and also you
wasted your own time.
You signed an unofficial lease.
You wasted your own time.
You signed an unofficial lease. You put them through all that work. It made it seem like you were going to go, and then you didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're just the bad person in general for trying to do something illegal and backing out of it and wasting. You wasted. You're just.
You don't win this. There's no way. You're bad intention. Sure, you didn't plan to kill anybody. And it's like, well, you're doing a bad.
Dumb
thing.
All around. Dumb. Bad.
Around. You don't win. You did it not only once but twice. That's very rude. Oh, that's right. She did all of the same rigmarole with tenant A.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
But yeah, no, that's wild.